Okay, listen. I appreciate, all the love and all of the concern and all of that as usual. But to the particular group of people that are always like, yo, you should change your name. You should change your name. Why the I do that? First of all, I love my name. I appreciate my name. I appreciate my lineage. I appreciate where my name comes from. And it's also my son's name. So I just, in my heart, feel like that would give off such an incredibly wrong message, an example for my son when it comes to loving his name and what his legacy could be if I change my name just because of what my father did. I will always be Brian Mcknight Jr. no matter what, and you're going to get this work from all of us from here on out. Welcome to my TED Talk.
I never abandoned anyone. Our estrangement was mutual, but those posts made any roads towards reconciliation and acknowledging them a dead issue. And I changed my will the next day. I've spent the last 30 plus years building a recognized, respectable name, and ironically, there are still people out there who are trying to smear my name while still carrying it, hoping to use it for their own benefit. I make absolutely no apologies for naming my infant son Brian. I want him and the world to know that he is the one who is my true legacy. So I'll be over here, continuing to love and protect my wife and our children as we continue to love our life.
And just like that, Brian Mcknight cancels his show in Detroit because they was flaming him in the comments. Now shout out to Phil over on Twitter because he said, update, Brian McKnight's upcoming concert in Detroit has been canceled. Now prior to Brian Mcknight canceling that show, Phil had tweeted that he was getting cooked in the Facebook comments. Now over on the Motor City Casino page on Facebook, they were stating that Brian Mcknight was supposed to be performing on June 9th. I can pause to read it, but it just says smooth tunes with Brian Mcknight, so check it out and get your tickets, blase swaze. But over in the comment section, Detroit was standing on business, okay? Because the first person said he might as well retire. He might as well retire. Now that person by the name of Jones Robin followed up and says, tell him bring his kids and we might come. Another person said, wouldn't even go if it was free. I wouldn't go. I would not go. And if you don't know why, let me show you. Now shout out to page 6 because they actually chronicalized all the misdeeds that Brian McKnight had been inflicting on his poor little children. And if you didn't want to read the article, here's a tweet that summarizes the entire page 6 article. Now when I got to the comments of Phil's post, somebody said, well, he got to start back at 1. Maybe if Brian McKnight didn't spend the latter half of his career dissing his biological children, he wouldn't have to start back at 1. And no, for real, shout out to Detroit for standing on business. Because what brain cell did Brian McKnight really think he was going to go to an all-black city and perform?
We're going live this morning. We just got off the air. And we had a real conversation. Gary did the tea in the Kahlua today and was talking about the whole Brian McKnight situation and his kids. Whatever. When I read that and I saw that and I saw it on Dr. Rashid Ritchie's show, he really put it in the proper context or whatever. When I saw that, I was absolutely stunned and horrified by watching that. I just want to say to Brian McKnight kids, to all of his kids, the ones that he said that's born out of evil or born in evil, whatever he said, whatever he claims, or whatever, let you know that you have a lot of support out here. We here at the Ricky Smiley Morning Show support you. If anybody get this message out to Brian McKnight, 2 sons and daughter, you are always welcome to the state of Alabama, to the great state of Alabama, where you have men and you have uncles and you have a lot of people in Birmingham that take on kids that have been abandoned by fathers. I've seen a lot of it, even with watching Little League football coaches that spend their own time, money, and resources into trying to make sure that the kids have everything they need. But I know that y'all are older. But if y'all ever feel any kind of way, or you feel unloved and need male figure, father figure, there's people out here like myself, and I know I can vouch for my brother from another mother, Ben Crump, and others. We would be more than happy to have you. You are not thrown away. You are not garbage. You are loved. You are to be respected. And there's a lot of group of men out here waiting to stand with you and make sure you have everything that you need. We are not here to try to replace your father, which that can't be done, but we can be something to you. To just make sure you go on into your adulthood and live your life and get you the help and therapy that you need so that you can move on, because words hurt and stuff like this hurt a lot when, when things like this are said. It's a bell that cannot be unrung. So if anybody know Brian Mcknight, kids, sons, and daughter, we really celebrate dads where I live, and in my household, we had over years and years and years have raised kids that don't have a dad, or dad got killed, or just, hey, I don't want to be a dad, or whatever. That's what we do. We are some of the best father figures and uncles and anything you need. So just to let y'all know, just put that out there. I'm not here to, we already tackled that part, talking about what he did, but I don't want to do that, talk about that and offering something to them in the same video. So we just want to say to the kids, stay prayed up, stay close to God, and understand that God is your real daddy. He's
address is I want to talk to my brother Ricky Smiley, and I want to say to you that it is unfair, in my grown man opinion, to say that that man and his ex-wife and the mother of his kids, which are now grown adults, past 30 years old, whatever their specific dynamic is, there's a bunch of things that have been said and done over the years that is nobody's business, that has contributed to where they are. This is not fair to say, well, they my kids, or they grown, they adults, and so I ain't gonna ever turn my back on my kids. I ain't gonna ever not provide or be there or support. I want to address, do whatever. Man, kids out here be saying some fucked up shit, bruh. Kids out here be crossing you and doing and saying and going above and beyond to cross you. I do not know what that man and that woman or his kids or anything about anything. Like, I literally know Brian. I have not had one conversation with Brian Mcknight about his wife, his kids, or anything that went down between them, nor is it my business, nor is it my place to ask him, what happened, man? What's going on? This and that. None of my business. What I am addressing and talking about is I feel like it is not fair to act as if relationships between men and their children that at some point become adults can't fall apart, can't become extremely volatile and toxic. Listen, man, I know dudes that are in jail, do whatever. Man, kids for getting in full-on fights with their kids who grow up, who think they can talk to them and treat them any kind of way, stealing money, flirting with their girl or their wife inappropriately while they're in new relationships, crossing the line, doing all kind of shit that can make the dynamic between you and your daughter or your son completely off limits. Let's go even further. And I know a thing or two, so consider me a professional in this department. I want you guys to Google these words that a lot of you guys have never heard of. All the therapists, all of the psychiatrists, especially all of the family law attorneys, please chime in. Parenting alienation, Google it. Enmeshment. When kids for getting in full-on young adults or even grown folks are enmeshed, and there is parenting alienation between the man trying to alienate the child or children from the mother, or the mother brainwashing, poisoning, or trying to brainwash and alienate the kids or the adults from the father. That is a real thing. When you are enmeshed, which again, you should Google it by definition, read it on the airwaves to educate people. When parents are enmeshed with their kids or teens or young adults or adults, they lose sight of the dynamic between being a parent and a child or children. They talk to them about everything. They go into all of the specifics and details. Young adults about the cheating or infidelity or the physical, emotional, psychological abuse. They're going on and going into specific details with the child or children because they do not understand the line between being a specific parent. A father and a mother is not friends with a child. You can develop a friendship with your child or children, but that is not your friend. That is your son, that is your daughter. Not to ever have the roles or the dynamics of the roles to ever be crossed or blurred. You can't go out tonight. Why I can't go out tonight? I'm back. We all know what it is. And if we have never experienced disrespectful kids.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of DeAndre Dobbs The Show, episode 208. I'm back with another YouTube video today. Happy Tuesday. I hope y'all are doing good because I am. And today we're going to have a good show. And if you are subscribed to me, you would probably know that the last video I did was on Monique roasting Tyler Perry and Oprah and Gayle King, which was Sunday, and that was episode 207. Well, today we on 208, and today we're going to be talking about Brian McKnight's concert tour and why his tour was canceled. And basically, I'm going to give you the backstory from what I've read and for what I know on why Brian McKnight is facing the heat and the negativity and the backlash and why he is canceled. The reason he's canceled and why he's canceled. We're going to talk about all that. I'm going to give you every ounce of information and tea that I can, and we're going to talk about it, whole situation, everything. So hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, and whenever I have a new video uploaded, just click on it and you can just start watching. Now, to the peoples that's watching this video, if you are new to this channel, and if you are new to my videos, new to my content, please give a subscribe, give a like, give a notification. Click on that notification bell so you can get all my videos when they're uploaded. So if you would like to subscribe to this channel, if you want to watch these videos, if you are interested in these type of videos, please hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, so it'll be easier for you. Okay, so we're fixing to go ahead and get started with today's show. Also, again, I didn't say it in the Monique video, so I'm gonna say it in this video. If you want to do something for me, please give a couple of peoples get them a follow. Give From the Sip a follow. He's one of my best friends. Please give From the Sip a follow. He's It's called From the Silk. I don't know what these flies doing up in here. That's why I don't like my door open. From the Silk. Give a shout. Damn. Give a shout out to Ashley Say So, and give a shout out to what's the name? I don't know what the other name was, but from now on, just give a shout out to From the Silk, which is one of my best friends. Fly move, and give a shout out to Ashley Say So, because there are two of my inspirations and I truly adore them very much. So we're fixing to go ahead and get started with this show. Hold on for 1 second. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know. I got my back door. I got my door open, to get a little, enjoy the nature and stuff. Fly move. Enjoy the nature and everything. And we're fixing to go ahead and get started with this video. So here we go. The video starts off with Brian McKnight's tour getting canceled. And it's so much that I have to go back on and tell y'all, but I'm going to tell y'all what I know and what I read. Now, if I miss anything, please feel free to comment and say, hey DeAndre, you forgot this, you forgot to add this, or you on track but you didn't say it right, but we understand what you're saying. If I have that problem, if I leave anything out, please go in my comments and comment and let me know, because I will look exactly right at it. So thank y'all. So Brian McKnight tour is canceled. His concert is canceled. Now it is said that it was going to be a retirement concert or show, because he was finna get in and retire. Honestly, y'all might jump down my throat, but I'm going to tell you this. I don't know now Brian McKnight's song, because I do not listen to Brian McKnight. I don't listen to him. I do not listen to him. I don't even know when he came out. I really don't know. All I know is that he was out in the 90s. I don't know when in the 90s he came out. I don't know. I don't listen to Brian McKnight. I really don't. I really don't know now one of his songs. And quite frankly, now I don't think I want to. So I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm just putting it out there. I don't know nothing about Brian McKnight. But, and I was born in 1995, so that's crazy. But anyway, his concert got canceled. And it is alleged, and it is said, and it is on the media. I got mine for Vibe. I got my information that I saw it from Vibe. Shout out to Vibe. Vibe.com, I guess. I don't know. But it is said the main reason his concert was canceled was because either a person that was following him or a person that was following the page. You know how some social medias have a page that they post all about celebrities and stuff. So apparently, I guess it came up about his concert being canceled, or something like that. And somebody posted like, well, maybe if you bring one of your kids, your estranged kids, then maybe we'll come. But if you ain't bringing your kids, we're not coming. And I'm like, okay, so what's going on? So I had to go back and type in my sources. I had to go back and do some research. Me as a person, I have to go back and do my resources. I have to go back and do my research. I typed in Brian McKnight News. And when I typed in Brian McKnight News, that's when I had saw that he is facing backlash and that he is apparently getting canceled for not claiming his biological kids of his own. And he is being considered a deadbeat daddy, deadbeat father. Now, it is alleged that he is not claiming his older kids that he had with one wife. He's not recognizing all of his kids. He is only recognizing the kids that he have with his other wife, and the child that they lost. And it is apparently and is alleged that his son changed his name from McKnight to something else with the junior at the end. I'ma put it up so y'all can see. I hope I'm getting this right, y'all, but that's what I read and that's what I saw. Because apparently it kind of seems like he is recognizing the son that he lost. I don't know if the son died or not. He's recognizing that child and the other child with his other wife, but you know, he basically just had a baby, if I'm not mistaken. He's recognizing that child, but he can recognize other people's. Basically, it's saying that he can recognize other people's kids and claim them and be a father to them, but he cannot be a father to his own kids, the kids that he had with the first wife, the first kids that he ever had. And if that's the case, then Brian McKnight deserves to be canceled, and he deserves not to have no concert, and he deserves to face all the backlash. And for all the peoples that paid for them tickets and paid to see him in concert, I hope that they get a refund. Now, let me remind you, I kept seeing this and seeing this and seeing this. I kept seeing this at the middle of April, to the middle and to the end of April, and I'm still seeing it. So it's been alleged as saying that Brian McKnight is a deadbeat father. Now this what gets me. This what made me mad. It's two parts that made me mad, and I'm finna be honest with you. The first part that made me mad, Brian McKnight said the main reason he is not talking to his estranged kids, he's not claiming his kids is not being part of their life, is not talking to him and everything, because the main reason he's saying that his kids was and is a product of sin or whatever it is. Now y'all know I'm not in the, you know what, the thing is, I believe that there is a God, and I believe in Christianity and all that. I do, because I believe in the Lord, but I'm not in the Bible 24/7. Hold on for just 1 second, y'all. Hold on for just 1 second. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Now, back what I was saying. Like I say, like, I'm not an atheist. I believe that there is a God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in the Lord. I believe in all that, because I went to church when I was real little. Now, I'm not finna get into this religious stuff. I'm not. But I'm gonna go on to say this. But for Brian McKnight to say this about his own child, the children that he helped make and produce, he says that they are a product of sin. Well, let me tell you this. I might not know everything that there is to know about religion and in the Bible, but I know some things. But I will say this, and this is my opinion, and it's going to be my opinion alone, and I'm going to stick with it. For you to say that your children is a product of sin, you must not know, but you must know everybody sins every day. And just because you go to church every Sunday, and just because you go to Bible study every once a week, and just because you do all these being in the Bible 24/7, this and that, the third, does not make you better than anyone else. And it show in the world, and it show does not mean that you are this and that perfect. Because in my opinion, everybody sins every day. It's been people that have been baptized in the church and still doing the same thing. They can say that they about to change their life for the better. They're finna get right with the Lord. Just because they do that and get baptized, them be the same ones that still go back and do the same thing that they did before they got under that water. Now that's just my opinion. And for you to say that your child, your children, that you are not seeing, checking on, and that is estranged from you, for you to call your own kids a product of sin, only shows what type of person and what type of human being that you are, Brian Mcknight, and what Brian Mcknight is. And I will say that is a deadbeat. That is a person that does not care about his children. But my thing is this: you are a father. How you gonna be a father to somebody else's kids in your newborn, which you know that's your child? But if you got children, in my understanding, you're supposed to treat all of your children equally. I don't care if you have them by 2 and 3 different women. You're supposed to treat them the same, because at the end of the day, they come from your offspring. They come from your offspring, Brian Mcknight. They come from your side. And that's just how I feel about it. You want to do this and that for these others, but you need to think about that you was a father to these other kids that you had with your other wife. And I'm pretty sure that these kids is hurt and deceived. I don't know if they care or not that you weren't there for them or there with them or not. They might be hurt, but I promise you, they probably turning the other cheek now, and they probably seeing what kind of person you are, and they seeing what you are going through as an individual. And Brian Mcknight had so many fans. He has had so many fans that truly, you know, adored him, cared about him, all that. Well, not now, because basically when he said all of this stuff about his kids, his first kids, his own biological kids being a product of sin, that basically said that he don't want to be around him, but be around them because they're a product of sin. Well, let me tell you something. You saying that, but you don't know this though. Not being around all your kids, you doing all this extra in curricular stuff. Now that's a product of sin. You being a father to who you want to be a father to, and not your own kids, biological kids. Now that's a product of sin, if I may say. Now, I might not know everything that is to know, but in my opinion, Brian Mcknight, he should be a damn shame of himself. Because how you gonna sit around here and be a father to somebody else's kids and not your own biological kids that you had first? And I don't know, and it's something else that I read. I also read that Brian Mcknight claimed that his first wife or whoever he's married to, was married to at the time, saying that the main reason he had to stop being around his estranged son was because his wife told him that he couldn't be around him because of the cancer treatments. You know, I guess the child had cancer. I don't know. Something like that, what I read. I don't know. But if that's the case, basically he said that's what it was. He said that his wife didn't want him being around and help paying for the cancer treatments. Did not want him helping with the cancer treatments of their child, or helping them with their estranged child. Well, this is my thing. If I'm a father, and if someone told me that I couldn't be around my child, forget that. If I have rights to my child, if I help brought that child into this world, if my offspring is in that child, and if my blood is in that child, I'm gonna help my child, whether my child is sick or not. I don't care what nobody have to say. I might have to suffer the consequences, but at the end of the day, if I was a father, and if somebody told me that they didn't want my help, I don't want you near this child. If my offspring is in that child and my blood is boiling in that child, if my hair is in that child, if my DNA is in that child, I'm going to help that child regardless. I'm not going to abandon my child. I'm not going to disown my child. I'm not going to be estranged from my child. I'm going to be there for my child 24/7, 7 days a week. I don't care if it's rain, snow, or a storm. I will do my best to be there for my child. Because where the people don't know, children make up a big population of the world as well. Because if it wasn't for children, if it wasn't for kids in general, a lot of these benefits and a lot of these things that a lot of people and us have now, it wouldn't be possible. If I may say so myself. If kids was not around, and this is my opinion, I could be wrong, but just hear me out, y'all. If it wasn't us or kids around, there wouldn't be no welfare. There wouldn't be no EBT. There wouldn't be none of that. It wouldn't be none of that. It wouldn't be no child support. It wouldn't be none of that. It would be none of that. So when you think about it, when you have a child, and when a child is entered into this world, you have to think about it. Having a child changes everything. To the time that they're a baby, to the time that they are grown and up, it changes. And then when your child gets grown and up, they create another generation and generation and generation and generation, which is called a legacy. I don't know what the big deal is with why people think it's okay to tend to other people's kids, but knowing you have your own kids that you help make and help produce, and you do not want to see after them or take care of them, I don't understand. Now, as a person, me myself, as a person that has been in a similar situation like that, I don't have no kids. I'm fatherless. I don't have no kids. I'm free. But as a person that has been in a similar situation like that, I can relate to Brian Mcknight's kids, his children that is estranged. I can relate to those kids' situation, which I believe they are grown now, if I'm not mistaken. But I can relate to those kids. I can relate because it's sad when you have someone that is a parent that you want love from, attention from, communication from, You can't get it only to say that they are this and that, but you go and take care of these other ones that are not yours. But if they are yours, like if they is yours, if they are yours and you have others before you had these over here, take care of all of them. The same way you take care of these, you take care of that one. That's just how I see it. Now, the other part that made me mad, I saw this part this morning. And it had something to do with Tyrese. He had something to say about Ricky Smiley. So, apparently, Ricky Smiley was trying to help Brian McKnight's estranged kids. Support Brian McKnight estranged kids, the kids that Brian McKnight said that is a product of sin. Okay, Tyrese gonna hop on there, and basically Tyrese is basically defending Brian McKnight. He's basically defending this deadbeat. He's basically defending this man. I wouldn't even defend Brian McKnight, because at the end of the day, Brian McKnight is in the wrong at the end of the day. And that's why ain't nobody going to his concert. That's why he's canceled. That's why his concert canceled. That's why he ain't getting nowhere. That's why he losing the fan base. And that's why he's facing all this block, because of his actions. Now, Tyrese, on the other hand, saying that Ricky Smiley needs to mind his business and stay out of that. For Tyrese to say that, I don't know what he got going on, but Tyrese just need to sit down and take a lot of server seats, because you done some things back in the time not too long ago, and people's think that we forgot, but we ain't forgot. So you just want to be relevant again. I see you want to be relevant, but you're not relevant. But Ricky Smiley, though, now Ricky Smiley, I can understand where Ricky Smiley coming from. Ricky Smiley recently just lost a child a year or two ago. So, of course, Ricky Smiley is going to step in that father mode. Ricky Smiley is going to step in that father mode, and he is going to help those kids if he want to help them. Don't matter if they're grown or not. If he wants to help support them, let him help support. It seems like Brian McKnight ain't doing a damn job, and he don't want to do it. He's scared of the product of sin, it seems like. And, you know, my hat goes off to Ricky Smiley, because his son died. Ricky Smiley, he really fell off a little bit when his son died, because he was hurt and sad because of his son that died. Because a parent losing a child, that is not easy. Don't no parent wants to bury their child, because I seen it done. And don't nobody wants to bury their child. Don't no parent wants to bury someone that they gave birth to. Don't no parent wants to bury someone that they felt inside of them. Don't nobody wants to bury someone that they felt a strong connection to. And this the thing that gets me, though. You can feel a connection with that child. And when that child is born, a child can say this, that they don't feel that connection like a child's supposed to have with their parent. And for a child or someone to say something and think something like that, that really hurts, and that's really sad, and that should really tell some parents something. When a child feels like they are not getting that connection from a parent that they shouldn't have, it's sad. That's something to think about. Now, Brian McKnight, and I'm going to say this. Brian McKnight is in the wrong. He brought that on himself. He's committing sin right now, and not seeing after his kids. Don't wait till your kids depart this earth that you did not want to be there for and say that it's a sin, a product of sin. Don't wait till they depart and try to be there for them. Don't try to be there for them when they depart and leave this earth and be crying everywhere. Nuh-uh, don't do that. You as a father, you as a parent, anybody as a parent needs to bond, needs to build a relationship with their parents while their parents is still on this earth. I don't care what type of situation y'all got. I don't care what problem it is y'all have. If y'all can't come to an understanding, at least talk a little bit. Because I try to tell people all the time, I lost my mama when I was 4 years old on August the 1st, 1999. I was 4 years old. She was 25. I miss her every single day. And I was blessed and I was grateful to have those 4 years with her. And it makes me so freaking mad when you realize you have parents that really care, but a lot of kids don't want to see it. They don't want to realize it till their parents gone. And then you got these parents, some of these parents that give birth to these kids, help make them everything. And then boom, when the child is born, boom, some of them is not there in the picture. Some of them don't even want to be there in the picture. And the moment they want to be in the picture, it's too late. Because we are on borrowed time. And it's sad that peoples like Brian Mcknight want to just say off the wall stuff, and peoples like Tyrese is defending Brian Mcknight. Brian Mcknight does not need defending. He needs help. He needs psychological help. He needs to get refreshed or something. He needs to go back to the river, wherever he was. I don't know. So that's all I'm gonna have to say about that. So what do y'all think about this video? What do y'all think about this topic? Did I say everything right? Did I leave anything out? Did I go overboard? What do y'all think? So that'll be my video for today, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will be back with another video as soon as possible. I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Love y'all. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.